How's it going, everyone? Thank you for tuning into today's video. Today we're going to be talking about the 3 ways that I reduce stress in my life. So the first way that I have reduced stress in my life would be getting something like this. This is a planner. I mentioned it in my other video that I'll link up above. This has really come in handy to me because me being such an unorganized person, this helps me write down tasks that I have as they come, and then later on I sort of prioritize these, but this is mainly so that I don't forget them when I get to them. The way that I prioritize things is sort of like things that need to be started on right now, whether that's an important project that comes up in the next 2 or 3 days that is going to take a long time. I'll start on those first, give them a really high priority. And then things that I can do here and there that may take 30 minutes to an hour, and I can do those at any time, those are obviously lower down on my priorities list. So this may be good for those who are pretty unorganized just like me. If you like to do things by putting things in lists, things that need to be done every day at this time, and that works for you, by all means go ahead and do that. I'm just not that kind of person, so this has really been helpful for me. So the second way that I have learned to reduce stress in my life is I don't sweat the little things. And what I mean by that is if I know that maybe a certain task or event doesn't get done, if it's not going to matter to me in the next week, year, even the next hour, then I don't worry about it too much. And that doesn't mean, an assignment or a project, if I don't turn it in on time, is that going to bother me? No, that's a little bit. What I mean by that is if I'm not able to attend an event or send an email by this time to this person, if it's not a huge deal, if it's not really going to matter in the next day or two, then I don't tend to worry about it too much. It goes lower down on my priorities list. But the things that are really going to determine maybe future outcomes, maybe my timeliness on a project that gets turned in, if it's not turned in by a certain date, obviously that can have an effect on how reliable you are on turning in certain projects. So it's really important to think about what things are going to determine your future. Maybe not hanging out with some friends, going to someone's just random party on a Friday night. If you don't get to go to that, is it really going to matter in a week or two when your friends stop saying, oh, why didn't you go? Why couldn't you come hang out with us? You never hang out with us. That's really short term, and it may feel bad in the beginning initially, but in a few years that's not even going to matter. If you prioritize a certain project, homework that needed to be done, something that's really important to you, and you did that, you prioritize that over going to that certain event, well, that's better for you in the long run. It shows that you have certain commitments, you have certain goals that you want to achieve, and you put that above things such as maybe a party or something like that. The third thing, and probably the most important thing that I do in my life, is I don't let failure scare me. So by that I mean look at failure as an opportunity to learn, not just the end of the world. People are taught in school that if you fail, it's going to be the end of the world. If you have any sort of thing that's not 100%, it's gonna affect you for the rest of your life. That's not so true in the real world. I have failed many, many times. I tried starting up 2 businesses, which failed. Talk about those in another video. I haven't really done that well in school, but the opportunities that I've created by meeting other individuals has opened up so many more doors for me besides just trying to not fail. I go out there and I learn from these experiences, and it hurts initially. No one likes to lose an investment that they put up. No one likes to talk about starting a few businesses and then failing. Everyone expects you to be successful. You expect yourself to be successful. But the lessons that I've learned about myself, about other people in those failures has helped me to understand that there's so much more to learn from these experiences than just reading them in a book and learning about them in a classroom environment. Going out and learning by yourself, that's probably the best way to learn how to do things. So like I said, don't be scared of failing. The only time you fail is when you stop trying. Your whole life should be about trying new things, trying out and testing yourself seeing what kind of skills you can gain, seeing if you're good at something. If you live your whole life, trying not to fail and staying on one path, you may be unhappy. You may not. It's different for every person. For me, I'm very entrepreneurial at heart. I like to take on different risks, sometimes a little too much, I'll be honest. But I like to try new things, just so I can figure out, what I'm really, really passionate about in life, which I haven't figured out yet, which is, totally okay. There's tons of time for me to figure that out. You don't have to have everything figured out by age 22, 25. You have lots of time to figure things out. So don't stress about that. Go out and fail a little bit. It helps build character, and it helps, really understand a lot more about yourself. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like what I had to talk about here, please give a like down below. If you have any ideas for a future video, please comment down below. It really supports me. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.